There you go.
We are live. Welcome to OnEBoard's Tech Topic number 29. I'm here today with my colleagues Bob and Nina, and we're each going to share a tip or tech update from the past couple of weeks that we've been thinking about. Bob, do you want to start?
Oh yeah, I got plenty to talk about. So you might want to tell me to shut up. But anyway, I discovered I followed up on. In fact, this morning I found out that the Associated Press, which is an organization that obviously provides news, sold their rights to their archival material from 1985 to the present to ChatGPT. And why do you think that is? Because AI, the I really isn't intelligent. That the computer really needs to have information to actually produce a product. And in fact, I think you know that from a couple months ago, some famous writers actually sued OpenAI or ChatGPT in a court in, I think, California, because obviously the computers are tapping into things that have already been produced, and the actual producers aren't getting any monetary value for that being done.
Yeah.
I'll associated with that article, Google is actually developing tools for journalists in the form of headlines or actual stories. So I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but I'm thinking that they're just trying to work in a way that would be faster, easier, better understood by the consumers. So I don't know what's going to come out of that yet. And finally, I did ask Google Bard for a little help this week in doing some research on my mushroom work. And I asked basically Bard to basically give me a summary of research that has been directed towards the fruiting of mushrooms and soil moisture along with rainfall. And it did a really nice job. And, just like presto changeo, it gave me like 4 or 5 paragraphs along with, I asked for the references or citations so I could go and check to see, are they really quoting it directly and truthfully. And it turned out pretty well. So you might want to consider using that too for some web postings as a summary or to help direct you in refining your thinking about creating some content. So those are my tips.
That's all really interesting. Obviously, generative AI is here to stay, and it is interesting to see how the different companies are navigating through the various legal issues. I know that the owner of Twitter apparently announced his own AI company, which is going to be not have the limitations supposedly that other AI companies have. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, and in fact, Musk says that everybody will lose their job, and the CEO of NVIDIA said just the opposite, that AI will not do that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows. So
that's right.
It's great. It's a great time for pundits because you can say anything. What are you thinking about this week?
Just like us.
So Nina, what are you thinking about this week?
Well, the AI technology becomes practical very fast, unusually fast. My tip today is about Immersive Routes. If you are traveling for Christmas, use the Google Maps app and set the directions, and you will be prompted with a preview. Then you can like traveling really immersively, so you can know in advance where the for example, the new feature, except for the immersive routes, are the electric vehicle stations. If you are with an electric car, which is a problem for electric cars, you know. So there are a lot of new immersive experiences on the Google Maps app. Also, the places you'll be planning to visit on the trip have absolutely fantastic immersive images. So you can make better choices for the routes, for the places to visit. It's an excellent improvement of our favorite Google Maps application.
That's a great tip, because it's really getting more and more useful. I think there's a lot of AI tools that's a case where it's not going to replace anybody. It's just making the product more useful.
Is that in real time, Nina?
Yeah, they say the maps is becoming real, and actually behind these news and applications for the consumers, there are lots of improvements, opportunities for the developers. They immediately have the API accessible, and they have those tools to personalize. So, for example, the cars we buy already have the Google Maps features inside the car. And for example, the hotel owners, they can get the calls from their guests directly from the car. So they should be ready to have confirmed some of their contacts to keep them updated. So it's moving very fast. It seems old, but it's actually absolutely new, the way the communication is using the AI features. So thank you, Peggy.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So my thoughts this week are not quite around AI, but around testing, because this week Meta announced that they are introducing A/B testing for Reels on Facebook. And what that lets you do is compare how several different thumbnails or several different titles, how well they work. So you can adjust those things, you can test those things. And YouTube is also working on introducing testing for thumbnails. That's rolled out to a relatively small number of creators right now, but it will be eventually rolled out to everyone. And what I've been thinking about specifically is how this is so useful, because I've been trying to improve my thumbnails and think of titles and so forth, and I'm not good at doing it. And I read a lot about advice, here's how to do it, but you don't know how good that advice actually is. And so these tools built into the platforms are actually let you test these things directly. You know, I know on YouTube, for example, it actually is testing the thumbnails, how much watch time of your videos is generated by each of the thumbnails. So it's not just clicking through, it's how much people are actually watching your videos. Otherwise, you would be optimizing for sort of clickbait thumbnails. So I think this is going to be really useful. And again, this is something that I think AI will be good for if they can build in AI recommendations based on what the platform knows about what people are interested in, and to help generate titles, to help pick a thumbnail, and so forth. So that's what I'm thinking about.
That would be great. Mm-hmm.
That's totally cool, because no human could do that.
No, this is something that needs to be automated.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
So thank you, everyone, for watching this week. Our next tech topic is on November 19th, and we will see you live then.
Thank you, everyone. Check the links for both the article and our tips are linked in the description of the video. 3 tips in 10 minutes. I think we are in time. Thank you everyone for watching.